What's up, guys? If you're coming in live or you're on the watching the replay, quick introduction. My name's Lawrence. Shopify Moneymakers is my group, so I'm doing like a live Q&A today on Shopify and Facebook ads. So we'll just wait for some people to come in and then get this thing started. Yeah, so real quick, for those of you jumping on and don't know who I am, my name is Lawrence Aponte. Been doing Shopify now since I guess about August of last year. Had my breakthrough almost instantaneously. Found a winning product. We scaled it to 6 figures in about 90 days. Currently today, I got 4 stores, and I'm doing about we're doing 6 figures monthly in sales revenue. So I'm just here doing like a live Q&A for everybody, answering your questions, whether on Shopify, Facebook ads, internet marketing in general. What's up, guys? For those of you logging on, just taking Q&A questions on Shopify, Facebook ads, internet marketing, any questions you guys may have pertaining to it. Stay on here for about 15, 20 minutes, and we'll go from there. What's up, guys? Any questions at all? Don't be shy now. Just go ahead and post your comments or your questions in the comment box, and I'll go ahead and answer them. What's up, Ryan? Morning. How's it going? How's life in Alaska? Kevin asks, so I asked the other day during the webinar with Chase, do you mind getting into exit strategy a bit? Are you speaking like exit strategy as in like selling your Shopify store once it's up and running, or can you elaborate just a little bit more on that? What's up, Eric? Good morning, man. How's it going? Correct. Okay. Yeah. So an exit strategy. I haven't sold any of my stores, so I don't really have an exit strategy. I know Chase. He was talking about the exit strategy, and I believe he was going to hold something on the exit strategy. But yeah, I don't have. Currently I don't have an exit strategy for any of my stores. I mean, they're just running. I have my team that runs them with me, and we're just looking to expand more. Sean asks, hey Lawrence, can you talk about Facebook ad reports and scaling? Sure, just give me kind of like a specific question, because that's kind of general, and I'll be glad to answer them. Are you looking for strategies to scale more, or are you trying to like look at your ad reports differently? Kevin says, yeah, I hear you. Yeah, so for those of you that are just jumping on, we're just doing like a live Q&A on Shopify, Facebook ads, internet marketing. So just go ahead and post your questions or comments in the down below, and I'll get to them. So Sean asks, how to pick out winning ad sets within the first few days. Okay, so how I run my ad sets is I measure. I mean, I look at all the metrics, but in specific, I look at money in versus money out. So if I spend $10 in ads, how much did I make back? What's up, Will? Yo yo. So yeah, that's how I pick mine. It's just money in versus money out. So if I spend $10, how much did it bring back in sales minus my cost of goods sold? Typically, when I launch my ads, I try to launch several ad sets at the same time, so they can. So I have something to measure against each other. I don't want to just launch one or two ad sets, because then I'm going to just try to babysit those and hope that those produce. So I like to launch a campaign maybe with 5, 6, 7, even 10 ad sets all at the same time, with just tweaking a little bit here and there, and let them compete against each other, and then you're able to see immediately which ones are working. Hope that helped you out, Sean. What's up, Will, man? Okay, Sean asks, do you keep one ad inside each ad set or multiple ads within each ad set? Yeah, that's how I typically run one ad set and then one ad for that specific ad set. I don't do very different ads. I just do one ad for each ad set. Sean says, thanks. All right. Michael, thanks for the Q&A. You're welcome, man. So if you have any questions on Shopify, Facebook ads, internet marketing, go ahead and just post them in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them. Will asks, what was the biggest takeaway for you after attending Chris Records' event? The biggest takeaway for me from attending that event is that this is going to be huge. The Internet Marketing College is just going to be, it's an extraordinary opportunity for not only I have the ability to promote it, but also to attend it as a student. And it's going to be, the first place where you can actually go to a central location and learn in a structured environment with a curriculum that's developed, by PhDs. And it's being taught, by not gurus, but actually, people that are actually practitioners and doing what they are, practicing what they're preaching. So, yeah, man, there was just so many takeaways. The event was extraordinary. I'm really excited to be a part of the fam. And, yeah, if you want some more information, you just send me a message or inbox, and then we can elaborate more on it. What's up, buddy? My little dog, Petrie, stays here with me all day working. So yeah, if anybody else has any more questions pertaining to anything, are those bongs in the background? Yeah, they're glassware. They're actually samples that I got when I went to Vegas this past couple months to a trade show. And there was a supplier out there selling some glassware, and they were like really cheap samples, so I bought some. And those are actually the ones that are left over that I've been selling locally here in Facebook groups. So yeah, nice, good observing, Sean. Eric asks, do you find niche stores are better than general stores? Actually, I find the complete opposite. I like the general store with niche related products simply because you're limitless, so to speak. So you could just sell literally anything. You could sell from, like a garlic presser to some sunglasses to, a back massage, the possibilities are endless, as opposed to a niche store where you're just kind of like going after that same audience. Now, I do have a niche store, don't get me wrong, and I developed a niche store once I found a few winning products in the same niche for my general store. And I did that simply because I wanted to, brand the niche store and, raise my prices and have that higher perceived value, and then have almost like a community together. So I do have both, but I do like the general store better overall than the niche store. Good question, Eric. Yeah, so for those of you just hopping on, we're just doing like a Q&A here for 20, 30 minutes on Facebook ads, Shopify, internet marketing. So just go ahead and post your comments or questions down below. Don't be shy now. Post those questions. I'll try my best to answer them. Shakir Rumi asks, how do I pull off the free plus shipping offers? In regards to what? I mean, the free plus shipping offer is essentially it's a tripwire. So I did very well. When I first launched my first store, it was like 90% free plus shipping. Like that was the main offer we did. We gave away over $100,000 in free merchandise. So how I did it was, I just ran page post engagement ads, and it basically said get yours free, just pay shipping. You have to have your shipping rate set up in Shopify. I like to do like a tier shipping rate. So if they order one, it's a certain price, and then all the way up to 4. Essentially, what you're doing is you're giving away the product free, but you're charging like a premium shipping price. The best way that I found doing it is with an upsell. So you offer like a free product and charge like a premium shipping price, and then immediately you upsell them through like a funnel or through some type of app with like a small price item. So I like to do like a free item, then bump it up to like a $5 to $7 item, and then another upsell for like $12 to $15, and try to essentially what you're doing is you're wanting to raise that average cart value up. So yeah, I hope that helped you out there. Sean asks, how long have you been doing e-commerce for? I just started like in August. That was like I started on basically I got targeted for my I was going through Facebook, and I got targeted for a shirt that resonated really well with me, and I just did some like reverse engineering, and I found out it was on Teespring, and where you could upload your own designs and sell to the masses. So I tried that, and didn't really have any success on it. Sold a few shirts here and there, and then I did find like a winning design, and I was looking to scale it, but I was having trouble scaling it. And there was someone promoting an e-com course, but they were offering like a really killer bonus that was on basically how to scale. So what I did was I wanted that bonus because I had this t-shirt that was selling, and I wanted to scale it and try to make more money. So I bought the course. It was the Ecom Experts Academy. And I didn't even look at the course for like 2 weeks. I just went through the bonus, and then, I scaled that shirt. I sold maybe about 100, 120 of those shirts, and it was great. And then I was on to the next thing, and I was like, well, let me check out this course. And it was on Shopify. And basically I did everything the videos said, step by step. And I mean, I found a winning product within the first few days, and by like my 14th day free trial, we did like $10,000 in sales, and I knew I was onto something. So I continually, added more products and adding more ads, and I just kept on flipping the money that I was making, and essentially turned like my last $100 into like 6 figures in sales within 90 days. So I've been doing it almost for a year now. I have 4 stores, and I have a small team with me, and yeah, it's been going really good. Okay, a couple of questions have came in. Kevin asked, how much time do you spend on your site design? Do you find that it matters much to customers how your site looks? No, actually, listen, that first site that I did, it was like the out of the box default theme. You know, you go to it and it was like a plain Jane theme. The most important thing for your site is that it's mobile friendly. You know, a lot of us, we tend to work on the computer and we look at our site from like a laptop or like a bigger screen. So it looks nice, but when you look on it on mobile, it might not be as responsive on the computer. So that's like one important thing that you want to make sure that it's mobile responsive. But yeah, I use like the free theme, some basic colors like a blue, black, and white, and I mean, that was it. And yeah, it was just driving traffic. We had a really good offer, and that was it. So Shakir asks, how long do you run your ads before you decide it's a failure? I usually wait a few days, like 3 to 4 days. Typically when I start my ads, I like to almost do like a shotgun approach. So I'm almost guaranteed a few winners. So unless my targeting is just completely off or the offer is completely just bad, I usually just launch like a PPE ad with a couple of ad sets. Then I'll do like a website conversion with a few different ad sets, you know, like optimizing for like view content, add to cart, website conversion. Like I'll just do a bunch of them. And once I spend, you know, a few days on it, if they're not winning, then I'll kill it. But typically I let them run in 3 or 4 days. Kevin asks, and if you don't mind me asking, how many stores do you have at this point and how many of them are doing well? Kevin, so yeah, at this point, I have 4 stores. 2 of them are general and 2 of them are niche, and I mean, they're all doing well. Val asks, did you start with drop shipping or your t-shirt design? When I started Shopify, it's just purely drop shipping. Even now, 90% of my stuff is drop shipped. So yeah, I still do drop shipping, and I didn't have too much success in selling t-shirts. I just didn't know, I guess I wasn't good finding the design, my designer. You know, I've always had more success selling like a physical product like a necklace or a ring or a watch or something of that. What's up, Ryan? You asked, so each ad set is a different ad, like PPE, WC, etc. So, okay, PPE, WC, those are campaigns. So, in each campaign, you have separate ad sets. So, you would have like a website conversion campaign, okay, and then you would have ad sets inside of that website conversion campaign, and each one of those ad sets have an ad attached to them, but I use the same ad attached to all the same ad sets. I hope that clarified it for you. If not, I mean, just kind of let me know in the comments below, and I'll try to elaborate a little bit more. Shakira asks, I offer free shipping, although I get most of my orders abandoned at the cart. Can I turn this around doing something different? So you offer free shipping and most of your orders get abandoned at the cart. Yeah, are you do you have Abandonment Protector? That's one app that I do like. It's only like $8 a month, and I run like a 3 email sequence that when the customer abandons the cart, you know, we send them an email within 24 hours saying, hey, you forgot these items in your cart, come back. And then, you know, 2 days later, I offer like a promo code, like saying, hey, you forgot these items in your cart, but here's a promo code that's going to last, you know, for 24 hours, so you could save 20%, or excuse me, 10%. And then I do like a third email 2 days after that with another coupon for 15%, trying to bring them back that third time. So those definitely work like an abandonment cart email sequence. I hope that kind of helped you there. I wasn't sure. See, a bunch of people are coming on now. For those of you who just logging on, this is a live Q&A on Shopify, Facebook ads, and internet marketing. Just Put your questions in the comment box, and I'll do my best to answer them. Um, yeah. Shakir says, thanks, man. You're welcome. Cool. All right, buddy. Any more questions? You got shipping questions, app questions, email questions, internet marketing questions. Do you have VAs, Logan asks. Yes, I do. I have 2 VAs. Both of them are from the Philippines. Outstanding workers. They handle, my customer support, uploading products, any issues. Basically, my task is, Facebook ads and, maybe a little bit of product research here and there. But for the majority of everything else, I just delegate it so that they handle my day-to-day operations. I heard some horror stories about PayPal. What are you using as your primary payment gateway? Yeah, PayPal, I've had a lot of issues with PayPal in the past prior to Shopify. And I didn't want to have all of my eggs in one basket, so I don't have PayPal in every one of my stores because I just don't want to have a bunch of money locked up with them in the case that something were to happen. So I use primarily Shopify payments, which is through Stripe, and then I have 2 of my stores out of the 4 connected to PayPal. But other than that, PayPal can be really beneficial, especially like if you're running like a lot of Facebook ads and you're paying with your PayPal and you get like a lot of transaction history and you get a lot of money moving through it, then you're actually able to get like a PayPal credit, and then you can get some more cash flow going and continue making more money. Eric asks, what was the biggest struggles you faced in regards to Facebook ads when you first started? That is a very good question. And I think my biggest one was babysitting ads. Like, for some reason, I would just launch a couple of ads and I would just kind of stay there and just watch them and hope that, that the CTRs would go up, that I would get more likes, comments, and shares. And I think that was my biggest struggle was killing ads. Like, I just wanted them to work. Like, it was like, I want this to work, like you were just pulling your hair out. But, you just got to move on. Just, if it's not working, kill it, move on. If it's not working, kill it and move on. And same thing goes with products. I would think I would have a winning product and I would kind of, try to force the hand and launch more ads. And I was essentially scaling a losing product. And that's something you don't want to do. So yeah, just babysitting, I think, was probably like my biggest struggle when I first started. Good question there, Eric. Thanks. Okay, Raul. What's up, Raul? Raul asks, what is your daily budget per ad campaign to test if it converts, like times the price you are selling of the product? Yeah, so typically when I launch, I like to do a bunch of small, low budget ad sets. So I'll do like if it's a new product, I'll do maybe one campaign with 5 or 6, $5 to $8 ad sets, and with minor tweaking on each ad set to see which one is going to convert the best. So I don't really like to have high budget ad sets. I like to have more ad sets at a lower budget. That just seems to work for me best. I hope that answered your question there. Afik asks, how do you validate a niche? That is a good question. I like to do a few different things. I like to use Pinterest a lot for doing a lot of niche research, because a lot of my primary market tends to be women. So Pinterest is a good way that I like to kind of like look at niches. So if I'm interested in a niche, I might go to Pinterest and then type in, the niche and then put jewelry or the niche and, something that has to do with it. And then I just kind of see what type of engagement they have. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much how I validate niches. I might go to, watch count and see what kind of products are selling, see if there's interest into it. But typically, I like to take a shotgun approach as well with niches. If I'm not sure which direction I want to take, I might go to discoverahobby.com, hit the random button, and then find a new niche and start exploring it that way. Any more questions? You guys can just post them there in the comment box. Kevin asks, for a general store sourcing from AliExpress, would it be crazy to have a large selection of products on the site, say 100 to 200 plus? No, not at all. I mean, essentially, even though you're not going to probably promote all 200, 1 or 200 products, they're actually good for product fillers. And they're actually really good because the way you can do it now with like DPA ads, so you can like retarget people. So even though they come in like on a dog necklace, that doesn't necessarily mean they don't want like a generic watch or some generic items, because people do use regular stuff. So yeah, I think that having product fillers is great. I have product fillers on my site, and you will get sales from it, like people just buying regular nice looking items that you may not be able to target on Facebook because it's such a generic item. Kevin also says, I've heard many people say just a few things and research them well instead. Yeah, I mean, I always start with like a lead product, and then I like to have like a few products that revolve around that product. So like if I have a dog necklace, I may want to have like a dog cup or a dog shirt on there so it could complement, and then I could throw those items in a funnel and then try to upsell and downsell them. So I do like to have related items pertaining to my lead products that I am promoting. Val asks, how long do you run your ads to determine if they are a winning campaign? So Val, when I launch my ads, I typically take like a shotgun approach. So I like to launch a lot of ads at the same time so they can measure against each other. I like to run them for like 2 to 3 days so they could, so Facebook could get enough data to optimize and let me know exactly what's going on. And after those 2 or 3 days, I look at each ad and I compare them against each other, and I kill my losers and I scale my winners. Okay, Afik asks, how do you choose a good interest related item you selling? How do you choose a good interest related to the items you selling? Can you kind of clarify that? How do you choose a good interest related to the items that you are selling? Are you saying in like Facebook ads, like when you're choosing your targeting? I use Audience Insights. That's one of my primary research tools that I use for finding interest, with high affinities, and then finding. Once I find a few interests with high affinity, I like to take those to the Ads Manager or Power Editor and plug them into the detailed targeting section, and paste 1 or 2 of those interests in there, and then have Facebook actually help you find related interests to that niche that you may have not known that might be pertaining to it. And then I just kind of go back and forth with Audience Insights and Ads Manager and copy and paste in separate interests to find the highest affinity. And then I kind of categorize them according to, magazines will be all in one interest, and then I'll have like all clubs, associations, and then I'll have like forums all in one. So I'll kind of, separate the 3 and then run ads to those that way. What's up, Peter? So for those of you just hopping on, we're just doing like a Q&A on Shopify, Facebook ads, internet marketing in general. Standing for out another 10 more minutes, answering your guys' questions. If you have any, just drop them down in the comment box, and I'll do my best to answer them. Fam. What's up, Liz? Fellow fam. When you create a new product, do you have a good place to test out a few similar designs for feedback before launching it? When you create a new product, do you have a good place to test out a few similar designs? Are you meaning like a print on demand, Liz? I don't do too much print on demand. My t-shirts, I haven't, like I said, I didn't really have too much success with t-shirts selling print on demand. So, but I mean, I guess, let's see, when you create a new product, do you have a good place to test out a few similar designs for feedback before launching it? Yeah, like I said, I always had trouble finding winning designs for some reason. I can't sell a shirt, but if you give me a necklace, I'll sell 1,000 or 2,000 of them. Same thing with cups and whatnot. So that, I mean, I wish I can elaborate more and help you more on that. Maybe we could jump on, I don't know, private message me and we'll figure something out. I know somebody by the name of Peter that might be able to help you. Eric asks, do you find the majority of your sales come from mobile? Oh yeah, absolutely. I find 95% of my stuff come from mobile. So now, specifically, whenever I launch anything, I like it to look great on mobile. So yeah, I always see mobile dominating desktop all day, for sure. Desktop tends to be the older crowd, but yeah, I do see mobile being it. Are those bongs? Yeah, Jorge, they are bongs. You can see them over there. I actually got those from the Las Vegas trade show that I went to, an ASD trade show. There was a bunch of glassware out there, and they were giving, it was like the last day, they were doing like what's called like a cash and carry. A lot of suppliers don't want to, like pack all their stuff up and take it back with them across country. So they give like all these crazy discounts, and yeah, I got them for like super duper cheap, and I bought a bunch of them, had them shipped here, and I've kind of been selling them locally, on Facebook groups. It's something that I like to do. It's actually how I started hustling at first, just selling locally, ordering stuff in bulk from China, and just posting in a bunch of local groups around me, and I would just make a killing doing that. And then I found Facebook ads, and I was like, whoa, I could just pay Facebook to find, my customers for me. So yeah, Jorge, those are bongs. Nice observation. So yeah, anybody else has any more questions on Shopify, Facebook ads, internet marketing, or if you noticed anything else in my room you want to talk about, post it down below in the comments. That's sick, bro. Yeah, man. Stay on here for a few more minutes, answering your questions. If there's no more questions, I'll go ahead and log off and get back to launching some more ads and finding some more products. If you found value in this, just let me know in the comments, and I'll try to do these more often. I don't know, once or twice a week. But yeah, just let me know in the comments, and then we'll try to keep this going. So Jorge asks, are you drop shipping on your store, on your Shopify, or do you still order in bulk? I do both. I actually do like 90% drop shipping. So once I find a product that does really well, and I'm selling 50, 60, 70 of one unit a day, what I like to do is order them in bulk, buy 2,000 or 3,000 of them in bulk, and then have them here. And then I have like a buddy of mine and his wife. They'll actually they'll pack and fulfill for me for pretty a low price, and I'll ship them out. And the reason I do that is because number one, my customers are gonna get their products faster if they're being shipped here from the U.S. because a lot of it is being shipped from China. And number two is I actually get a really good price break. So if I'm buying something from AliExpress and it's costing, like $3 to send to my customer, I might be able to buy it in bulk if I buy 2,000 of them and get them for like $1 a piece. So then automatically, my profit goes up because I have a better margin and customers are happy. So it's just better overall. Jorge asks, how do you deal with the customers having to wait so long while drop shipping? So I'm really just be upfront. Just be upfront. And what I like to do is have like a frequently asked questions section on my site. And one of the questions says, how long does it take for me to get my order? And then like the answer basically says, well, it depends on where your items is being shipped from, as we store from several different warehouses across the world. And depending on where your item is being shipped and what the inventory is looking like at the time depends on how long it would take. So I'm clear and concise. I do edit my email templates, like my notification ones. That tells them that the order is being processed and it can take 2 to 3 days. And then once it ships, it says that your item is shipped, and it can take up to 2 weeks for delivery. I do like to ship e-packet. It is the most reliable. It is trackable all the way to the door, and it is the fastest. It takes between 7 to 12 days. So that's how I do it. You should do this kind of live event more often. You are sharing lots of valuable info. Thank you. May God bless you, brother. All right, thanks, man. Awesome. I will do them more often, maybe once or twice a week, depending on people say it helps them or not, if they are receiving value. So if you ask how much you put the margin profit you selling if you're selling free plus shipping. So it just really, it depends. I mean, there's a lot of testing you can do, like the free plus shipping offer. I had the most success charging like a $7.95 for shipping, for the free plus shipping, like on a one item. I might try like $9.95 and it just wasn't converting. But once I lowered it down to $7.95, I guess people were able to justify, the high perceived value for $8 in shipping, and it worked that way. Kevin asks, yeah, man, this is great, actually. I don't have anything too specific this instant. I just hopped on because I happened to be checking my emails when I got yours. But if you do this on a schedule, I'll save. I can't see anymore. But all right, Kevin, man, glad you're finding value into it. I'll definitely start hopping on more often and trying to provide more value to the group and helping you guys out. So if there's not any more questions, I'll be hopping off. It's fun hanging with you guys. Yeah, it looks like that's it, man. So yeah, once again, if you found value in this, just let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, Liz.